I'm 28-year-old woman, realizing I made biggest mistake of my life. Best friends since college, always been there for me through everything. We met freshman year and shared class, became inseparable immediately. He's funny, kind, smart, successful, everything I'd want in partner, except I never saw him that way, or so I told myself. Always thought of him as just friend, my safe person, my constant. Dated other guys throughout college. After while he stayed single, he was always there when relationships ended, listening to me cry, taking me to dinner when I was sad, making me laugh when upset, never made me feel judged, just supported me through everything. Looking back now, realize he was always more than friend to me. Just took him for granted because he was always available. Never thought about what I'd do if he wasn't there anymore. Junior year of college, he tried to tell me how he felt. We were drunk at party, and he said he had feelings for me. Laughed it off, thinking he was just drunk and being silly. Told him we're better as friends, didn't want to ruin what we have. He looked hurt, but agreed and never brought it up again. Went back to normal like conversation never happened at all. Continued dating other guys while he stayed my emotional support. Would call him crying about boyfriend who treated me badly. He'd come over with ice cream and let me vent for hours. Never once said I told you so, or that guy wasn't good enough. Just listened and supported like best friends should do always. Senior year, dated guy who was total player, cheated constantly. Everyone told me he was bad news, but I thought I could change him. Spent 6 months crying over him while best friend consoled me. Remember one night, best friend said, "You deserve so much better." Said someone who actually appreciates you and treats you right. Someone who'd never make you cry like this, who'd value you. Looked at him and felt something flutter, but pushed it away. Told him someday I'll find that guy. Just not ready yet. He went quiet after that. Seemed sad, but I didn't think about it. Broke up with player boyfriend and best friend took me to dinner. Helped me feel better like he always did without complaint. After college, we both moved to same city, stayed close friends, talked every day, hung out multiple times per week regularly. He met all my boyfriends, gave advice, helped me through breakups. I was there for him too when he had problems at work, celebrated his promotions, supported his career goals, encouraged him. But notice now, he rarely dated or brought women around me. Figured he was just focused on career and didn't have time. Never occurred to me he might still have feelings this whole time. Continued my pattern of dating. Wrong guys then crying to him. He'd drop everything to come over and make me feel better. Started to rely on him more than any boyfriend I actually had. Year after college, I dated guy who seemed perfect at first. Successful, attractive, confident, everything I thought I wanted. Then, best friend met him and seemed uncomfortable but didn't say anything. Relationship lasted 8 months before guy showed true colors. Controlling, jealous, made me cut off male friends including best friend. That was first time I realized how much I depended on him. Missed talking to him every day. Missed his support and presence. Eventually broke up with controlling boyfriend and called best friend. He answered immediately, like no time had passed at all. Came over that night, and we talked for hours catching up. Felt relief having him back in my life like part of me returned. Mid-20s continued same pattern with different guys repeatedly. Dated emotionally unavailable men or guys who didn't appreciate me. Best friend, always there picking up pieces when things fell apart. Started noticing things about him I hadn't paid attention to before. How he always remembered little details about my life and preferences. Way he made me laugh even when I was upset about something. How safe and comfortable I felt around him compared to anyone else. Pushed those thoughts away because he was my friend, not boyfriend. Convinced myself those feelings were just comfort, not attraction. Kept him in friend zone while continuing to date wrong men. Friend's wedding, when we're both 26, changes something between us. We're both in wedding party, spend whole weekend together, dance together at reception, and feel spark I'd been ignoring. He holds me close during slow song, and I feel my heart racing. Look up at him and see something in his eyes that scares me. Pulls back first and says, "Should probably get back to table." Rest of night feels weird between us. Tension I can't name. Drive home together in silence that feels heavy and meaningful. When he drops me off, I almost ask him to stay, but don't convince myself I'm imagining things and we're just friends. Few months later, I'm dating another guy who seems promising. Lawyer, stable career, wants commitment, treats me well, mostly. But something feels off, like pieces missing. I can't identify. Find myself comparing him to best friend constantly without meaning to. Boyfriend doesn't make me laugh like best friend does every time. Doesn't understand me the way best friend seems to instinctively. Doesn't make me feel as safe and valued as best friend always has. Break up with lawyer after 6 months. Call best friend to talk. Takes him longer to answer than usual. Seems distracted on phone. Tells me he's actually busy tonight. Can we talk tomorrow instead? First time ever. He's not immediately available when I need him. Feel panic rising like ground, shifting under my feet unexpectedly. Next day, meet for coffee and he seems different somehow. Less engaged in conversation, checking phone more than usual. Ask what's going on and he says he's been seeing someone. Feel like I've been punched in stomach but forced smile. Ask him about her and he lights up in way I've never seen. Says she's great. Been dating 2 months. Really likes her. Met through mutual friend and hit it off immediately. He explains. Feel jealous rising in chest but push it down with guilt. Tell him I'm happy for him. He deserves someone great. But inside, feel like I'm losing something I didn't know I had. Over next few months, he's less available than ever before. Dates with her take priority over our usual hangout times. When we do see each other, she's usually with him now. She's nice, friendly, pretty, accomplished, everything she should be. Can tell she makes him genuinely happy in a way I never considered. Feel resentment building that I don't understand or want to acknowledge. Used to be person who made him smile. Now it's her instead. Used to be one he called first with good news. Now it's her watching him fall in love with someone else and realizing too late. 6 months into their relationship, he tells me he's going to propose. Shows me ring he picked out, asks if I think she'll like it. Stare at ring feeling nauseous, but force enthusiasm I don't feel. Tell him it's beautiful and she'll love it because she will. He's so excited talking about proposal plans and future together. Meanwhile, I'm dying inside, realizing what I'm losing here. After he leaves, I cry for hours and don't understand why. Tell myself I'm happy for him. This is what friends do, but feel like I'm grieving something I never let myself have. Night he proposes. He calls me after she says yes. Hear happiness in his voice that makes me want to cry. Congratulate him and say all the right things friends should say. Hang up and cry harder than I have over any actual breakup. Finally, admit to myself what I've been denying for years. I'm in love with my best friend and I waited too late. Kept him in friend zone while I explored other options. Never considered he might not wait forever for me to realize. Took his love and support for granted, assuming it would always be there. Now watching him build life with someone else. And it's my fault. Engagement party few weeks later is torture sitting through. Watch them together so happy and in love with each other. She looks at him, way I should have been looking at him. He looks at her way he used to look at me years ago. Give toast as best friend about how happy I am for them. Every word feels like glass in my throat cutting me. Drive home alone and cry until I can't breathe anymore. Call my mom and confess everything through sobs on phone. Tell her I'm in love with him and I ruined everything. She's quiet, then says, Sweetie, I think we all knew that. Asks why I never told him or gave him chance back then. Don't have good answer, except I was stupid and blind. Try distancing myself from him over next few months. Make excuses why I can't hang out when he invites me. Can't watch him be happy with her when it should be me. He notices and calls asking if everything okay between us. Tell him I'm just busy with work and other things right now. Can hear hurt in his voice but can't explain real reason. Few weeks later, he shows up at my apartment unannounced. Asks what's really going on. Why I'm pulling away from him. Stare at him feeling everything I've held back for years. Want to tell him truth, but what would that accomplish now? He's engaged, happy, building life with someone he loves. My feelings are my problem, not his. Too late to matter. Break down crying and tell him I'm sorry for being distant. Just dealing with some personal stuff. Nothing to do with him. He hugs me and I feel safe in his arms like always before. Except now it's painful because these arms belong to someone else. Pull away before I do something stupid like kiss him. Tell him I'm fine and will be better about staying in touch. He leaves looking concerned but relieved it's not about him. Stand there after door closes, realizing I just lied to him for first time in our friendship. I can't tell him truth because truth would destroy his happiness, and he deserves better. Wedding planning process is months of torture watching them. She asks me to be bridesmaid since I'm his best friend. Want to say no but can't without explaining why. Really say yes and spend months helping plan wedding that breaks heart. Dress shopping, venue visits, cake tasting, all of it painful. Watch her make decisions about flowers and music and vows. Should be happy for them, but feel like I'm planning my own funeral. Other bridesmaids excited and happy while I force smiles. She pulls me aside once and thanks me for being supportive. Says she knows how close we are and means a lot to have blessing. Feel like worst person alive for resenting her when she's done nothing. Month before wedding, he asked me to lunch just us two. Haven't been alone together in months since engagement started. Sit across from him at our usual spot and feel overwhelming sadness. He asks if I'm really okay with all this, seems genuinely concerned. Tells me I've seemed off for months and he's worried about me. Want to scream that I love him and this is killing me inside. Instead, say I'm fine, just stressed with work and life stuff. He doesn't look convinced, but doesn't push it further, thankfully. Says I'm still his best friend and that won't change after marriage. Feel tears threatening, but hold them back until he can't see. Drive home and finally let myself fall apart completely alone. Wedding day arrives and I'm standing in bridesmaid dress watching. Watch him at altar looking happy and nervous, waiting for her. Watch her walk down aisle looking beautiful in white dress. Watch them exchange vows promising forever to each other. Stand there holding bouquet, feeling heartbreak into pieces. Realize this is moment. I lost him forever officially and finally. Reception afterwards is blur of fake smiles and congratulations. Give speech as best friend about how perfect they are together. Every word feels like betrayal of my real feelings inside. Watch them have first dance and cut cake and celebrate. Sneak out early claiming headache. Can't watch anymore tonight. Months after wedding, our friendship changes permanently as expected. He's focused on married life and building future with wife. We see each other occasionally, but it's different now. Obviously, she's his priority, as she should be, and I'm just friend used to talk every day. Now it's once a week, if that used to tell each other everything. Now conversation stays surface, watch from distance as they buy house and talk about kids living life. I could have had if I wasn't stupid and blind. Year after wedding, they announce pregnancy with first child. See announcement on social media and feel physically sick. He's going to be father, starting family with woman who isn't me. This should be my life, my future, my family with him. Instead, I'm alone, still dating wrong guys and comparing to him. No one measures up because I'm comparing them to man I lost. Man who loved me, and I kept at arm's length for years. Took his love for granted, assuming it would always be there. Now watching him build beautiful life with someone else entirely. Understand now that friend zone isn't holding pattern where people wait. It's rejection, dressed up as something kinder and less final. Kept him there thinking I was preserving friendship and his feelings. Really, I was being selfish keeping him close without committing. He finally chose himself and his happiness over waiting for me. Found someone who chose him back immediately without hesitation. Now, I'm watching him marry a woman who was smarter than me. Understand that some chances don't come twice in lifetime. Spent years having perfect man in my life and never saw it. Too focused on exciting, unavailable men who didn't treat me right. While loyal, loving man stood by waiting for me to notice him. By time I finally did, he'd moved on to someone who noticed first. My replacement isn't replacement at all. She's upgrade from me. She chose him when it mattered. I chose wrong men repeatedly. Now watching them build life I could have had, and it's my fault. If this confession kept you hooked, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We share powerful true stories every day that explore the complex realities of life.